You should work even on your off days. Here is why, based on maths. Let's just say for today's metric, the metric is cold calling. Now, a lot of you that watch this, I'm just going to write CC. Okay, CC. A lot of you that watch this are in professional services. So you might be selling consulting or wealth management advice, or maybe you're a junk removal guy, HVAC. Many of you are also not. Many of you are in hospitality. Many of you are SaaS-based business owners, software as a service. Many of you own franchises. Many of you are within e-commerce. But for today's metric, we're going to use cold calling because it's a very easy metric for people to understand. A lot of people have seen the movie The Wolf of Wall Street, etc. So I'm 25 now. When I was 19, to make 100 calls would take, and I mean this by no exaggeration, maybe 5 days. It's even embarrassing to say this. 5 days, okay? Wow, that's horrible. 5 days. Now, the reason why I took 5 days was not because I wasn't good on the phone. I've actually been, since I was quite young, better than most people at public speaking, things like that. And I wouldn't say I've been the most confident person. I wouldn't say that at all, but I've definitely been more linguistically or verbally talented than most people. That's my advantage, being honest with you guys. Since I was 10, I was able to do debate. By year 8, I was debating people in year 11 and beating them. But I'm naturally an introvert. So sales in and of itself was something that felt quite unnatural to me, right? So it would take me 5 days to make 100 calls at 19 years old. Now at 25, I can make 100 calls if I'm really focused in 1 hour. Even saying this, I'm like, this is crazy. Okay. So the gap between the two is leverage. And leverage comes in different forms, as many of you guys know. It's code, as Naval Ravikant mentioned, media, code, money, people. So there's media, there's code, and I probably didn't get the order correct, but you get the point. Media, code, money, people. So one thing that you guys need to remember is that, especially in the early days, your main leverage is you. That's your main leverage. So you need to maximize your skill, the amount of hours you're putting in. And the thing is, the irony is this: to get the skill, as we know, it's for you guys that have watched the prior videos, it's mentorship plus action. And then we talked about how in 2025 I'll be doing mentorship squared plus action squared to get more skills, right? Or skills faster. But what people don't understand is that, and I don't recommend this for everyone, because to be honest, entrepreneurship is challenging. But if you do like action times 10 plus mentorship squared, because there's only so many mentors you can listen to, just being honest, then you get like skills like squared as well. And skills squared, to me, I don't know, I think that's quite cool. I think you guys might agree. Skills looks like a 5. Skills squared is quite cool. So you're probably asking, Dami, how do you action to the power of 10? And that's a great question. So what allowed me to go from 100 calls in 5 days to 100 calls in an hour was this: leverage. How do you get leverage? Reps. Reps on reps on reps on reps on reps. There's these 4 different types of leverage, but when you're in the beginning stage, a lot of it's reps. Now, how do you get reps? I'm being nice because I do 7 days, but 6 days, I think a minimum 10 hours a day. So that's 60 hours, okay? Now, 60 hours a week, there's 52 weeks in a year. 60 hours a week over the course of a whole year, let's do the maths. 3,120. Okay? The average person, though, works 40 hours a week. But let's be honest, they get to the office, they yap, they have 3 coffees, they go to the bathroom twice, they go for their mandatory walk, they have to have their lunch with their work boyfriend or girlfriend at 12 p.m. each time. I reckon, and I might even be nice here, many of them really work 3 hours a day. That's being nice to many of you watching. Okay? And I've been in multiple corporate jobs, by the way. There's some jobs where I've worked 3 hours a day or less. Right. Yeah, just 1 second. Guys, if you're liking this video, just hit like and subscribe because we really appreciate your support. And if you think someone else can benefit from this, then please share it with a friend as well. Okay, so like, comment, subscribe, and back to the video. There's some jobs when I was maybe like young, like early 20s where you were expecting to make a certain amount of calls a day. And I would get competent enough where I could do that amount in like 50 minutes. And they couldn't say anything. Right. Until they caught on that I was doing a bit, then I do more, But if someone's doing, let's be really nice, 4 hours a day times 5, not even 6 times 5, 20 hours a week times 52 weeks in a year. I'm just going to write N for normie, okay? That's 1,040 hours difference. Guys, so again, let's do the maths. What's 140? Or rather, 3, 2, 1. 3, 1, 2. Right? Divided. Guys, that's dragged. By the way, this is not scripted. I did not plan for it to be this exact. But 3x output in 1 year. Let's take this a step further. And again, this is not for everyone watching. I'm not saying that everyone watching should do this. But this is what helped me make 6 figures a year by 22 years old. I'm 25 now. I'm now looking at how I can get to, I know I can achieve, to be quite honest with you, 7 figures, I know I can do it. Like, I don't think that's too difficult for me at this stage. I'm actually looking at how can I get to multiple 7 figures and 8 figures already. Okay? 3x. If you do 3x now for 3 years, let's compound the numbers. Okay? So 3x difference, 1 year. Let's turn this into 3 years. 3120 times 3, 9360. Some of you might be like, 3 years is so long, but it's going to go by anyway. Okay? It's going to go by anyway. Well, we already know what the number is. Actually, it's literally that one. So 3120. I'm not even telling you guys to do 12 hours a day. I just got back off the flight from Sydney. And I'm pumping out videos for you guys. So there is the same 3x, but there is a difference. (9620, 9360). (3120). There's a difference of 6,200 hours. And what do all the gurus say? 10,000 hours, 10,000 hours, 10,000 hours. I tend to agree with Alex Hormozy that 10 hours really focused on one thing will get you more skilled than most people. But 6,200, you guys can now understand why I think I'll be one of the best marketers in the world by 2030. It's not about the ego of it. It's about, I've been in this game for 5 years. If we're going to talk specifically about sales, I've made probably hundreds of thousands of cold calls, maybe a million cold calls. So when I'm on the phone, the thing that compounds is not only the skill, it's the leverage of the skill. I'm sure by the time I'm 27 years old, if I'm still cold calling, I could do 100 cold calls probably in like 30 minutes. So my full 10 hours of work at 19, right? Because I could be really hustling, but my real hustling is 20 calls a day, and that's me sweating really. But if right now, and look, I'm not saying I average 100 now, I'm saying I can do that. But 150, 200 calls a day is not too difficult for me at this stage, a day, while dealing with other CEO stuff and still doing demos and managing 30 people. I can still do 100, 200 calls a day relatively consistently. So the scale and the leverage as well of the skill compounds drastically, because in year one, yeah, the gap might not be big. Like, yeah, you're doing more, but you're really fighting for each rep. By year two, for you to get the result last year took 50% the level of effort. So when you now 2x that, you're now getting a 200% return on your effort. But by year three, the effort that got you the result last year may also take you 50%. So now when you compare it to year one, it's a 600% return on your effort. This is why mathematically you should do more. It's not about being a hustler or being a smartass or trying to show that you're grinding. It's simply the fact that do more. Dom. Do more means get better. And that's forever. And if you do that for even 3 years, smoking on them. If you guys got value out of this and it makes sense, drop a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. What are you guys going to be doing to outwork your competition? Let me know some of your strategies and ways of going about it. I'll reveal to you some of mine and my reasoning to just simply do more, because I understand that if I'm consistently doing more than everyone, it's pretty unreasonable that even when I have a bad week, maybe I match them in terms of hours, my output is still drastically more than theirs. And it's rare that I'll have a bad week. A bad week for me is still 6 days. A decent week is 7 days. Get me? Like, share as well. And as always, guys, think mega. Take care. Hey, guys, listen, it's Dami. Thank you for watching this video. If you got value out of this, then like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to share this with a friend if you think that they can also get value out of this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.